I give my city a kiss and I told her that I'll be back. If you know where we're showing, will you tell me where it's at? I'm in it for the stats, I ain't in it for the stacks.
To be quite honest with you, I would put him right on the side of Kid Cudi. And we've worked with him, we've spoke about this many times. You know, he definitely has a passion for success and a drive. He don't feel his job is ever done as far as being an artist. His job is to continue. This is something that he lived for. So if he stops writing music or stop giving albums to the fans, then he in turn dies because he lives for this. So, you know, DeLaney is definitely, there's a big difference as far as his commitment level. We're not handing this to him as we did with many other artists. He's working for this. He walked through our doors and we're going to make him work for this, unlike the other artists that we worked with us. We just gave them too much and they never showed the right, proper appreciation. He's doing a movie now with called Pop Dolls. He'll be featuring in. The soundtrack will be on the movie. He has a documentary that's coming out. They're following him on that. He just finished doing a project once again with Young Money, Tiger, excuse me. His album will be in stores shortly. And he's just an artist that actually showing the type of commitment necessary to succeed in the long term. I compare him to himself. He's in his own lane. He's definitely in his own lane. I've heard whispers that he has similarities to Drake, similarities to Kanye. Those are, you know, you make your decision based on that. As far as comparing him as far as the drive, the commitment, lyrical abilities, things of that nature, I give him to be one of the best artists that I've worked with in the past. So if you had any doubt some of the artists that I brought forth, and I know you didn't, then you would need to really pay close attention to him. Hardcore rappers are now softcore rappers, and softcore rappers are hardcore rappers. You know, I just think that they need to be real, they need to keep it, they need to be honest to their fans, and I think that they'll definitely ultimately get where they need to go. But, you know, when you say you struggled, or you came from the streets, or whatever it is you say you did and you really didn't, or you really don't understand what that is, especially when you give up in the middle of the game and say, this is what I always wanted, this was my life goal, then to me that's a sign of somebody that really didn't struggle, or somebody that really wasn't from the streets, because that's what that's about. So to me, the game is really going in a direction, it's kind of out of control, but we're going to put it back on the map and bring it where it needs to be.
I didn't really get anything popping until like 2006. It was a long grind. Pretty much just went out looking for a job when I first came to New York. You know what I mean? Like,
that everyone does, yeah.
That was the first goal. But then, you know, I got into some modeling here and there, a little bit of acting. Then I got myself an agent, and he knew that I was involved with the rapping shit.
So what I did, I put him under my wing, and I was his manager, his mentor. You know what I'm saying? I put some money into him, and you know, he's where he's at right now. And I know it's definitely based on a lot of my actions. I put the battery in his back. You know, I was there in the first and second quarter of his career, which led him to, you know, where he's at right now. And
he plugged me up with this audition, and I went to it. It was some producers looking for artists to work with. It was like 370-something kids there.
Wow.
And out of all those kids, I was the only one they picked. And I was working with the producers for about a year. And we did label meetings at every major label. We put together a demo, and I had a meeting at Def Jam with Plain Pat.
He ended up getting signed and picked up and things of that nature. But I know definitely, let's make this clear. I can't say I discovered Kid Cudi, because he's, you know, but I can actually say that I was definitely someone that took him to where he is. I'm sure he could acknowledge that. I'm sure anyone that makes their interviews from here on in, as far as any magazine interviews, DVDs, anybody that asks him, who's this guy? I'm sure he can't but say, this is the guy that definitely got me through the first and second inning, that led me to meet up with my manager, which led me to Kanye.
Like, that's how I feel when I do the interviews. Like, it be me, but then it don't be me. Like, I be there, but then I don't be there.
It's just society, you really
It's just Kid Cudi ultimately is Scott Mescudi. But
So when he's in the footage,
How did you make the transition? Think about it. How did you make the transition? What got your foot into the door? You cannot forget this man. You can't. You cannot skip any part of how that transition happened. It happened from him helping me, Sydney, Everi Exposure, my man. He did everything he had to do. He helped me get a production deal, put me in different videos, commercials, this, that, and the third. That production deal led me to get a manager. That manager led to me to get Kanye. Everybody deserved props.